Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have another look at Complex. This time we will bring the new character, Mars. And then he is the third and the fourth character here. And I was really looking forward to making the max look of Complex. I think she's one of the best drop characters to be released this year. And then I was using a pretty similar team up to now. My max look Okita, and then Kato Kiyomasa, the second character. Then the third character was Cherry Winger, who is a Pierce, and then the fourth character was usually another Kato Kiyomasa. And then I got Complex up to 60, but I saw this new character, Mars, and I wanted to get him, just to make the last bit of farming easier. And I think he will do that for me. And then also I think I prefer bounce characters in here. But gimmicks in here are mines and blocks, so we definitely want characters with both of those null abilities. And there's not a lot of fire characters that can do that. And then just I guess a note up front. But even though Mars is great for this quest, he doesn't break the quest all by himself. You still need to play the quest pretty much how it is designed to be played. And then on the ground we see these power-up panels. And then if we hit them so that they all turn red at the same time, they will lock on red, and then all of our characters will get an attack up boost. And then once we get the attack up boost, then we can start doing some damage to people. Okay, so there we got the 3 red panels, and then we hit the character, the enemy, and we got some good damage in there. And then I said this in the first Complex video, but if you look at where the panels are set up, and like what level of button they are on, you can see that there are shots that are pretty much decided, so you just have to make those shots. Like here in Battle 3, for example, we can do an up and down angle, get all those buttons down to the red level, they'll lock, and then we can take down the guy. Or we can do a side to side and then hit each button twice, although that angle is a little bit tougher. Yeah, I didn't make it there. But if we take down one character, it will speed down. It will delay all the other characters on the screen for a team. So that doesn't mean that we need to necessarily take down pairs of guys in one turn. We can take them down one at a time in consecutive turns. And then let's talk about Mars. Stats are very good overall, except for HP, which is low. But he does have the wood resistance, so that can help here. And then bump combo, he has kind of the lock-on slice and dice shot, which is kind of a weird bump combo, but pretty new and pretty strong. But you hit him, and then a shot goes out to the center of the nearest center of a target, and then it will do like a slice and dice in that area. It's probably stronger than slice and dice or dimensional blades, but I would say it's maybe more difficult to use. But it doesn't have a range like slice and dice, so even if you're far away, you can get some damage from it. And then his other bump combo, he is a transcendent form, so he has full power on that, is the Super Meteor, which does almost 200,000 damage. And in this quest, actually, it can do good damage on the little guys. It can take down a little guy in one hit, but I think he does have to have the power-up buff. So you have to hit the panels, and then you can hit Mars, and then he'll get the Super Meteor in there, and then do some damage. And then the Strike Shot is maybe the biggest kind of unique addition that he brings to this mission, where it's like a meteor, but it sets up enemies so that they are in the drains HP status. So that is like Thumbelina, I think, or Zeus. And then the reason why it's good in this mission is because it gets around the switch mechanic. So you can still do good damage to people, even if the switches are not all on. This meteor is not almighty. It will not, take down everybody in one hit in one turn. It takes some time to set off, and then oftentimes it will not take down guys in one hit. But because the absorbs HP effect, lasts a few turns. If you wait long enough, you can take down guys. One thing that can happen is that you can, get the meteor in and then take down only one guy. But it'll still be useful for you because you will get that speed down. And then there I did an up and down angle. I didn't even touch the panels because I knew that Complex was going to turn intangible this next turn. And then my next Mars would have a better angle on getting all the panels. So that's why we did an up and down there. And then on this stage, it's a little bit easier to use Pierce characters because you can pierce through Complex or whomever in order to get those 3 panels. But overall, I still prefer bounce characters. And yeah, if you can't get all the panels in one turn, then it might be worth just doing 1 or 2 in one turn and then waiting for the next in order to get that last panel. Okay, here let's use one of Mars's strike shots. I wanted to hit everybody, but we only got 1. But still to be useful to look at how it works. So the one character has the HP absorb status. Whoops. And then with that single switch, which was ready to go, we hit it with the one Mars, and then he took down the boss. And then we take down the boss, and then all the little guys run away. So we'll have to wait for a later stage to see how the meteor actually works. Okay, this is fine. We have both of the blocks like one step away from the max status, so we can just hit it once with Kiyomasa, hopefully. Whoops. Okay, this works too. We can just hit that upper left panel twice, and then that will lock the panels. And then as far as Able Berries on Mars here, I have 2 Kin Strength Able Berries. I think that's maybe the best setup for him here. He does have the Strike Shot Reducer, so maybe he doesn't need a Strike Haste as much as some characters. Okay, so we do have to take down the little guys within a certain amount of time, or else the boss is going to hit us with an ultimate attack. And then the little guys will also hit us with maybe an ultimate attack, so we definitely want to at least, delay the boss. If possible, though, we want to take down both guys so that the boss will come out into the field. And Kiyomasa's Strike Shot is great here. It's an 8-turn speed up. She can get around the field a lot, do some good damage. So yeah, she's still probably the best, even if you consider Mars for this mission. And I was very lucky to have the max luck of Okita. He's limited time from Gintama. I made him just thinking maybe he would be useful someday. I always think that when I make the collab max lucks, and they never are. But Okita is one of the rare instances where he has been really, really great for me. He has a strike shot where he shoots a bazooka. That's really only good in this stage to kind of save your position if you don't want to set off the blocks and you want to save it for the next guy. I have used it a few times in this mission. Okay, HP is very low, but there's no action coming from the boss this turn, so I thought I could get away with an attack. Okay, moving on to the last stage. And then this is probably the most difficult stage. But if we have a guy starting in a good position here, we can hit the 3 blocks, get them into the locked position, and then take down some guys. Okay, so that went almost perfectly. So take down all the little guys, and then Complex will move out into the field, and then the final kind of 2 mini-bosses will come out. With Kiyomasa, I think I kind of have an angle here. Okay, that worked great. Yeah, if that center block was not there, this would be much easier. Not a lot we can do here. What I'm going to try to do is set off the one block once, and then kind of get like stuck in between the boss and then the Medusa. And then hopefully not set off the other blocks. But even if I mess up the blocks, I still have the strike shot from Mars next, so I think I'll use that. So we'll use the strike shot. We will also set off the blocks at the same time, which is not necessary. You can do one or the other, but we'll get both here. Whoops. A regular bound on the boss, so unfortunately I was not able to hit Medusa. But we can still see some good damage going into Complex from that meteor strike shot. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Okay, decent damage on the boss from the HP absorb. I have a weird kind of setup here. I want to hit that center block twice. But I remember that Kiyomasa has no block on the gauge. So I'm going to check her. And then yes, I can miss the gauge. I can get in between those two sets of blocks. Hit the power-up block twice. And then yeah, do some damage on the boss. So miss the gauge here. Get in between the blocks and take down the boss. Alright. So yeah, as you can see, I still had to play the mission basically in the same way, even without Mars. But it can be helpful to have both his bump combo and his strike shot. Okay, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.